Hello everyone, this is me, Kechi, once again, your business registration consultant on Corporate Affairs Matters. Yes, on CAC Matters. Alright, okay, this is the second edition of company registration, part 2 of company registration. So today we're just going to touch briefly on some of the things we didn't talk about in our SP, so our part 1, in our part 1. So there are a lot of things we didn't talk about, just brief information about that. Before you set up your company, you need to know all of this. So first one, we're going to be talking about the foreign participation. This is just talking about foreigners involved in company registration here in Nigeria, like a foreigner who wants to be part of a company or foreigner who wants to own a company. All right, so some of the information you need to get about those things is what we're going to be discussing today. So also going to be looking at group of companies and holdings. Some people will be like, I want to open a group of companies. You're going to get the information you need to know about that. So straight up, we'll be starting very soon. So also we're going to be looking at corporate body as a shareholder, like a company, registered company coming in as a shareholder, do you understand, or as a secretary to a company, a company that is undergoing registration. So how do we do that? So, and we'll also touch a little bit on regulatory bodies. Okay, so from our list, in no particular order, we'll start with the first one: foreign participation. So here in Corporate Affairs Commission, if a foreigner wants to register a company, initially it was 10 million share capital, but now it has been increased to 100 million share capital. That means the company must have 100 million share capital, irrespective of what they want to do. Maybe the object they want to do. If a Nigerian should do that business, it won't take them up to that share. They won't have up to that share capital. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Maybe for a general business, just buying and selling, and they want to register it as a company limited. For a Nigerian, they can use 1 million shares, but as long as a foreigner is part of that company, the share capital must be increased to 100 million. Do you understand? That's the minimum share capital for a foreigner to be part of a company. Now, if a foreigner owns the company, the thing they need to understand here is that the company first must be situated in Nigeria. The company must be situated, because every registered company must be situated in Nigeria. That's for sure. You can't say, okay, I'm in Nigeria now and living in abroad, but I want to register my company in Nigeria, but the address will be in abroad. No, all the addresses, office addresses, must be here in Nigeria, because first is a Nigerian company, and that's what makes it a Nigerian company, because the office address is here in Nigeria. All right. So for a foreigner, then if they are residing here in Nigeria as their residential address, they must include what we call residence permit. Residence permit must be included with their international passport as a means of identification. So residence permit, that means they are residing here in Nigeria. But in a case where they are not residing here in Nigeria, then they have to use their abroad address as their residential address. But somebody is going to ask me, what if all the whites are in abroad? They must have somebody who is going to stay here in Nigeria, who is running the business here in Nigeria. You see that? So somebody has to stay here, or they can include a Nigerian to be part of the director, or they can include a Nigerian as a secretary. However they didn't fit, but somebody has to be here. Do you understand? So that's for foreign participation. I don't know, but any other question you need to know about foreign participation, you can as well come into my DM. Do you understand? We can't tell you everything. All right, so second one is group of companies. Somebody come to me and was like, I have a lot of businesses to do, but I want to just open a group of companies and blah 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 and all of that. You can't use one company, and you can't register your first company as a group of company. What I mean is that you must have at least 3 registered companies, three registered limited companies first, before you can now register them as group. So that means we must have at least 3 registered companies as the shareholders. Do you understand? But note, a company cannot stand as a director. Director is a human. Do you understand? So corporate body can stand as shareholders. They can have shares. Do you understand? So for that, you have somebody who is going to be a director, human. Then the rest of the other companies, the 3 other companies, can stand as shareholders for a group of companies. That means you must have at least 3 registered companies before you can form a group. Do you understand? Or holdings. So you can't just register your first company and then you are calling a group of companies. You must have at least 3 registered companies that will come in as shareholders. I don't know if that is taking. So that's for that. For that one, there is no specific share capital. That one will be limited by what you want to do, your shares, your objects. So your objects will determine if your share capital is going to be this 10 million or 1 million or 100,000 or 2 million or 5 million or 10 million, 100 million, whatever. So the nature of your business will determine that. But for group of companies, 100k, 1 million can register a group of company. Does not have a specific share capital. It's only depending on the object, the nature of business. Then we can tell you, okay, this is how to do that. But mind you, for you to have that mindset, okay, I want to open a group of companies, you must have at least 3 registered companies already, having their certificates already, because you're going to submit the certificate of these 3 companies. I mean at least 3 companies. So you can have 5, you can have 4, you can have 10 that will come in as shareholders. But mind you, in that group of company, a director must be a human, not a corporate body. Before we used to do like that back then, before the CAMA 2020 come into play. But for now, the director is a human. All right. For secretary, then for corporate body as a shareholder, you can just register any business, any limited business now, and another corporate body can come in as a shareholder, can hold shares in that company, whether 1 or 2. That is not a group of company, just normal limited company. A corporate body, another registered company can come in as a shareholder instead of a person. Do you understand? But you must have a person in and a corporate body. Do you understand? So that is how that one is for a corporate body being a shareholder. And also a corporate body can stand as a secretary to a undergoing registration. A company that is undergoing registration, a corporate body can come in as a secretary to that company that is being registered. Do you understand? So that's for corporate body as a shareholder or a secretary. So you can have a corporate body. Corporate body means a registered company already can come in as either a shareholder or a secretary for any limited company, any private limited company. Then regulatory bodies, yes, you need to know. That's what we used to tell people, that for you to register a company, you must know the regulatory body to your line of business. Let me use that English so you understand. Whatever you want to do, first of all, find out if there is any regulatory body attached to the nature of business or the object of that company you intend to register. For instance, for a security company, you must have a license from Civil Defense. After registration, you must go to Civil Defense Corps to tell them, they are going to give you the permits to operate as a security organization in Nigeria. So they will now tell you your requirement. And for that also, you will need SCUML, that's SCUML from EFCC, Special Control Under Money Laundering. Do you understand? Special Control Unit on Money Laundering from EFCC. You need that certificate. Then before you now proceed to Civil Defense to go and get your licensing and the rest of them. So corporate bodies like this, you need it. Now for medical line, you need license from the medical body. Medical associations, you need license from the medical body to operate. For pharmacies also, you need license from the pharmaceutical body, the regulatory body. You need license to operate as a pharmacy so that you won't have problem in future. Do you understand? Anybody cannot just come up and open a pharmacy. That's what we are trying to control. That's what we are trying to avoid, so that somebody will not prescribe drugs for you ignorantly because it's called a pharmacy. Yes, you go there and buy drugs. Yes, that's what pharmacy does, to give you drugs if you want to get drugs. So we need a registered pharmacist to operate in a pharmacy. So those bodies are there to check all these things. So for food, if you're into food, cooking, anything that has to do with what we eat or drink, you must get a certificate from NAFDAC. NAFDAC has to come so that they can give you your NAFDAC registration number. So these are other regulatory bodies aside CAC. So CAC is not just when you register a company and that's the end. You must go to all this. You must know these things before you register. You must know that, okay, after CAC, what next? Do you understand? So that you won't have issues. You won't have to be running here, you won't have your business closed by other government agencies, and then you are saying, but I'm registered now. I'm registered with CAC. Yes, but that's not the only thing. That's why I'm dwelling on this corporate, because most of you don't know. Secondly, you can't just register CAC and walk into the bank and open corporate account. There's what we call TIN, TIN, that's Tax Identification Number from FIRS, Federal Inland Revenue Service. This is what gives you the opportunity to open a corporate account because it's needed. And why? So that your tax can be monitored. Yes, I know many of you are avoiding tax. You will not avoid it again, because it is through your tax government are able to put in 1 or 2 for the citizens. Yeah, we are not going to debate about that, but yes, everybody, no citizen should avoid tax. So if you are registered, the first thing you need to do is that you go to FIRS to obtain your TIN number, Tax Identification Number. And if you're a business name, you need to get your VAT. And if you're limited, so that you can process your tax certificate for a limited company, because yes, you need it. Because one day the government agencies will ask for these things and it will deny you a lot of opportunities. I'm telling you now so that you will have this knowledge at the back of your head. And please, if you just registered your business or your company within 6 months, walk into FIRS to obtain your tax. Why? Because it's going to be free that period. Your TIN number, is going to be free that period. But anything after 6 months, you might be penalized. Yeah. Now for CAC also, the last thing I'm going to talk about here is that immediately after you register CAC, please have it at the back of your mind, because you have been having issues like this and people were like, I don't know about this. Once you register your CAC, be it business name, limited or incorporated trustee, have it at the back of your mind that there is something we call annual return that you'll be paying every year to keep your company active on CAC website. So this is not tax. This is a payment made to CAC, Corporate Affairs Commission, for your update, for your company's update, else it will be delisted from their company, to be delisted from their website. That means your company registration will be rendered inactive or invalid. Do you understand? Because a lot of people have gone to the embassy to travel, or they want to do business with other agencies, organizations, and the rest of them, and they check their businesses online and you see that it is inactive. It means you're not doing anything, you're not updating your records with CAC. They will not want to patronize your business. So that's why we're saying this. Some people say they don't know. And mind you, if you miss the time you're supposed to pay annual return on CAC, you'll be penalized with additional 5,000 naira penalty fee. Do you understand? So for companies who have been operating for 10 years or not in operation, it does not concern the commission if your business is have commenced business or not. That one is not, it does not have anything to do with your annual return. Whether you just register it, okay, the idea came, oh, I want to secure my business, and you registered for 5 years, you have not even started anything. You have to keep paying annual return for those 5 years, else you'll be penalized. The day you want to upgrade or update that company, you'll be asked to pay all those arrears you're owing. So that's why we're making this video, so that you get informed about this thing. So annual return does not have anything to do with commencement of business. It is tax that has to do with that. But for annual return, you just to keep your record that yes, don't worry, I'm coming, I'll still start. Okay, keep my company active, don't worry, I'm still coming, I'll still start my business. So it does not have anything to do, it's just to update your records that yes, okay, this person is still having his business, is still interested in this business. So please pay your annual return as when due. That's why we have this. I can't tell you how, because if I start to tell you the calculation, you get confused. Do you understand? So slide into our DMs. Our number are on the screen. So slide into our DMs on WhatsApp. We'll talk to you. We'll tell you. Some people, they have even forgotten their company. Some have even been in operation for over 10 years, have not paid. And there is a circulations going around from the commission that if you have not paid your annual return for up to 10 years, your company will be delisted. Means they will delete it. You will think you will still be carrying that certificate and be walking up and down. Yes, it cannot be verified. Your certificate cannot be verified because it's not online. So also, if you want to check if your company is still online, you can slide into our DM. I think we'll have to post the website for you people to check, but some people don't know how to check. So just come into our DM and send me your certificate or your name of your business and your RC number, and say, I've registered this thing 15 years ago, I've registered this thing 5 years ago, I've registered this thing 2 years ago, I've registered this thing 10 years ago. Please, and I don't know anything about annual return. How do I pay? How much am I owing the commission? And all of that. Is my company still active? Is my company still on the website? How do I check it to know that yes, my company have not been delisted from the commission website and all of that? How do I do that? Come into our DM, we'll tell you more. So I believe you've gotten more information about company registration. Yeah, we are here. We're here to help you. Okay, so stay tuned. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for always, coming to to watch our videos. Yeah. But all we're going to say is subscribe. Stay tuned because we'll have a lot of information to tell you. All right. So next up, we'll be talking about the incorporated trustee. Wow, yeah, NGOs. Okay, so it's going to be an interesting one. Need to know. Oh, I want to open an incorporated trustee. I have an association. I have a foundation. I want to go out for community outreach. I just have this zeal, but you need the information before you start so that you don't make mistakes. All right, I still remain your boy Kachi, your business registration consultant on CAC Matters. Thank you. Bye.